follows. Super appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the stream today. We've got a good CrossKeys race. CrossKeys can be all over the place, right? Like, there's always favorites when you go in. Andy would be probably the top seed in this, or the higher seed, but that doesn't guarantee anything. I mean, we saw Wall Kicks lose yesterday. We saw Days Cloud lose the other day. So even the best can get taken down at CrossKeys. And I think that's kind of what's interesting about CrossKeys.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a very strong equalizer. You know, I won't, and this isn't, of course, any discredit to, you know, Andy's endurance for CrossKeys. He is just coming fresh off of a previous main tournament. I think it was MC Boss Shuffle, from the main tournament. Yeah, so like, hopefully he's gonna be, you know, in good shape in order to do this race.
Yeah, and matches at that level can just be like incredibly taxing on your mind too, right?
Exactly.
You're thinking like way more than normal. You're kind of like always evaluating those odds and like, what should I do next? Like, what are my edge cases and everything like that. So for him to kind of go into this is like peak Andy. You know, he's kind of a warrior when it comes to stuff like this. He'll cast for like 6 to 8 hours. Stream for like 6 to 8 hours a day. But we're gonna see some
6 to 8 hours. So that is a lot of hours in one day. Is that a small ski to swamp already? In sync.
Yep. So Andy giving us a little bit more of a traditional start, which I haven't seen a lot of in this tournament.
Yeah, metas just keep changing. Like it's like year to year, you think that people kind of do the same thing, and people just constantly change up their opening routes. Nobly getting some early bombs though. That's actually pretty nice. Always really gonna see. And Bush Crap also giving bombs. All right, we're stuck for resources.
So funny story is when I see Andy getting laser bridge here actually at the witch's shop, and Nobly finding Hype Cape. Get out of here!
Wow, what the luck!
I might need to cut this story short just momentarily as we see a bow from Nobly.
Oh, and a bottle! Oh my gosh.
That's a huge start.
That's a great start.
One of the biggest fears, right? Of course, not you, Fear. You're also pretty big, you know. But like one of the biggest, you know, uncertainties is like if you find Hype Cave, you find the well, and you just can't get to the back, right? Are you gonna isolate something? But like, freaking jeez, Nobly's gonna be pretty happy with that.
Oh yeah, that's a great start for Nobly there. You know, Andy will get there eventually, but it's one of those things like, you know, early bow. Sign me up. Early bottle, like in case I run into a sick kid late. Sign me up.
And it's also red potion. You know, like health in general isn't going to be too big of a deal. I think early on, they're probably more interested in death warping. But I mean, you never know when you're going to need that. You know, last minute lifeline basically.
For sure. So just kind of drifting back to that story. So the start that Andy does, where he kind of fake flippers over to the potion shop. So when I saw that for the first time, I think it was Wall Kicks doing it, and I was like, what is this starting route? Like, is this what the kids do this day? The Wall Kicks is like, yeah, dude, that's actually like starting meta now. I'm like, what? I just felt like a boomer then and there, right? I'm like, oh my god, I haven't played this for so long. You guys have changed the start. Great. Yeah.
These things go so fast. You just gotta keep I
feel like
everything.
I'm already lost. Like I looked away for a moment just to adjust my windows, and oh my gosh, there's.
And then Nobly just has a pearl for free.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh my god! All right, I guess we're not gonna have to do anybody walking anywhere on Nobly's side. I mean, Andy's gonna get there eventually. But still, early moon pearl, you're always gonna like to see that. We did find a useless. Well, we found a compass on where Lumberjack is, so not having to necessarily do Castle Tower today.
Look at that sword just taunting us.
I see that.
Yep.
See that there. That's nice. That's desert mid on that drop down there. Excuse me.
I don't like usually taking connectors super early, but I think with how close the connector was to the sync start, I think it's like a fine connector to take.
I think that's fine as well, right? Like, you know, your Sank start like leads into Kakariko, the value village of CrossKeys, right? So many entrances to take a look at. You have some items for free.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, speaking of, we just found a Castle Tower small in Desert, so that's actually, I mean, like, you really want that first key, right? Yeah, because especially you know that you don't complete it, so we're gonna get both items eventually when we find it.
A little bit of a small key there on that Desert mid there, leading on the torch, so boots are gonna unlock that.
Yeah, so Andy killing those guards because they're in the good pack, but he didn't get to the bombs. So
Yeah, we saw the big magic draw, so there's 20 rupees and then 8 bombs, is that right?
yeah.
Yeah, so there was quite a ways to go, unfortunately.
And already access to Dark World, and since they've got the pearl, just go. I'm hesitant to start going too deep in here when you have all. I mean, CAC is right there, right? Like you want to do VO CAC or Skullwoods, but
well, we're going Skullwoods, yeah. Some high-fiving for Light World, Dark World locations. Yeah, a little bit dangerous. You see Nobly trying to be a bit more conservative with his routing, just because he knows that he's on one heart. Doesn't really want to take a premature death warp.
Did Nobly do the backup escape?
I don't believe so.
Did
no.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Nobly.
Woods, at least you don't get locked out right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say I think Nobly just did he just followed the connector and then he ended up in Dark World and then that's it.
Yeah,
unfortunate. Yep.
Andy not following Nobly's God path just
yeah.
is gonna go towards that value village of the Kakariko here. So
yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, okay.
I was gonna say
I was surprised he was going north, but I'm even more surprised he was going to skip this.
It's okay. It's okay. He's just warming up here. Just making sure that he is going to cover everything as soon as man. Nobly, is that going to be far enough on the statue pole?
I don't think so. I think
don't think so either.
That looks very.
Nope.
No, sorry.
Now you're stuck. So
oh man.
You get into this weird frame. She just got grabbed. Oh no!
Yeah, I think at this point,
I think he can push.
Right?
He can push
because he's gonna get killed as soon as he pushes it away.
I don't know what he's trying to salvage.
Oh,
there it is. Okay, good. Just puts him out of his misery, right? So, yeah.
It's okay. The game is helping him. The game is helping him save time because the longer he was gonna try and finagle that, the more time he was gonna waste.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the hand grab there, but I get it, right? Like you're just like, oh no. Andy finding the nice little item pack cave, just arrows and bombs. Does not have that bow yet, but
yeah, nobody could use those arrows.
Yeah, he could. Right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, the well is vanilla.
That's so good.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, Andy, Andy was gonna say didn't get any, bush crab stuff, but I mean, he also didn't get the big 8-bomb pack, but he's got plenty of farmed up resources, so all good to go.
Yeah, how much do you hate seeing a well that ends up in
single rupee, by the way?
Pyramid, right?
Oh, Andy found a small Kinikaro castle, so that sewer's key is gonna be able to unlock the front of escape as well. Logically, I mean, he can always get there, but.
So where's everyone off to? Andy's just gonna full clear CAC, I imagine. Tons of cash.
Yeah, Andy even Houlihan. I mean, Nobly didn't. As evidenced by the fact he only has 23 rupees. But I mean, after I guess that ton of rupee stuff in Kakariko, probably didn't need it. But I mean, it never hurts to have some extra cash, especially if you haven't paid off Zora yet.
Agina's cave. Seen anything really in Skullwoods, arrows, bombs, and a single rupee so far, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, Nobly probably isn't sad to see 10 arrows and 3 bombs. He could always use.
Never mind.
Oh my gosh! Never doubt this routing from these people. Jeez.
This is a lot of good items you'd want to find early in CrossKeys.
Yeah.
Nobody's finding them all.
We got early Pearl from C-Shape House, I think, right? I mean, inside we got our early mirror from Skullwoods. Yeah, and we actually saw a sword actually on Spec Rock Cave.
Oh,
so,
right.
Yeah, so that is going to be a free weapon if we can get ourselves over there.
But now Nobly gets to do CAC and VO at the exact same time.
Yeah,
that's insane.
So at that point, I imagine when you see connectors, you'll kind of be scared away from them just because you have this power play available now, right? Where you're going to be able to check out everything. We see the smith there for Andy at the old lady house, the chicken coop, also known as.
All right, Eastern Pod 5-6. So light world, dark world. All right, so this means we're probably seeing a bunch of pod keys as Andy picks up his second pod key in the tavern.
Well, there's chess game.
Yeah, he needs to get something that's not a compass.
Yeah. Although speaking of, I don't know. Well, so that's right. There's gonna be money in the well for Nobly. That's gonna be certainly a good thing. But I was not looking at his like 23 rupee count. Like he's not gonna be able to quite get to the chess game yet.
Old man in VOO. It's pretty nice when you get to rescue him and you have the mirror. Even quicker access than where the sink is. Hook shot cave.
All right, no boots, no hook shot means we can't get there yet. For Andy's sake, I hope we find a hook shot soon. That was a bit elusive in his previous match.
Just a smidge.
Just a
But to be fair, it was elusive for both runners.
That is true. That is very true. Yes.
Guess we see TR right or left there at the chess game. So that's going to be Nobly's first look at TR.
Ooh, the glow.
Oh man. Yep. Okay. All right. How high is the hopium for boots? Like we think those are the first gloves, right? Not the second glove.
Probably mitts.
Pretty
right?
high.
Meyer shed. It's always weird when you see a palette shuffle and then it looks almost normal. Everything like reverts back. Oh, and our first sword.
There we go.
Nice, yeah. Andy's going to be very happy to see that. We have bombs, always a good weapon, but with permanent weapons, always going to be really nice. Especially when we find those boots that are going to be super soon for both of them, so we're going to be able to dash. Right?
Yeah. Super bunny. No one wants to take that quite yet.
Yeah, one of those one-way connectors. I kind of flip a coin on. Andy finding the other side of Hookshot Cave here. So this is going to put him in a Dark World bunny state, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that pearl's just right there too. So Nobly going to get some cash here. That'll be good.
Do you want to call it though? That mirror was in Skull, right? So if you did elect to go there, we'll be able to get that. So
yeah, I think Skull is the worst play.
Oh, that's right. Andy also has the option going to TR. Yeah, without the pearl, he can bunny revive a lot.
He doesn't want to die in the overworld.
Yeah, very, very fair.
How embarrassing is it that I had to actually have someone explain to me what Andy's bunny sprite was about?
What is it about?
It's just him wearing a bunny costume, right?
Oh.
But the first time I saw it, it was like, wait, you're saying that's a... Oh, okay.
I thought there was like a deeper meaning or something to it. But
yeah, no, I was just stupid. Like, I didn't really read between the lines that were just supremely obvious, right? These things happen sometimes. It's fine.
I was gonna say, good thing, and good thing Andy took that refill because this is pretty dangerous as a bunny.
Yeah. Now he'll get his single rupee and then hopefully continue on and get that mirror.
Yeah, hopefully he can get to that single rupee a little bit smoother than Nobly. I mean, he does have a sword at least that can make things a little bit nicer.
Oh yeah, that'll make things easier. Yeah, but the fact that he couldn't kill those little blue whatever thing they're called,
the Baris.
Yeah, they just kind of get in your way. In addition to the Gibdos.
Yeah, you actually can see kind of Andy. I mean, he's a 124 NMG runner. Like, he knows how to move the statue. Really nicely done.
He'll be taking advantage of that mirror and be able to clear Keck and MVO is nice.
It's really good. The Sank Warp is not badly positioned, so it's not going to hurt Andy too much. But yeah, you definitely, whenever you can do something like this is like a big win for Nobly at this point. But yeah, classic cross key seed start so far. Lots of keys.
Yes.
But like,
keys
I guess in
10%.
Nobly's, I'm just, again, it's like perplexing because Nobly's side, like my cross key seeds never go this way.
Yeah.
It's like early pearl bow, like sword, mirror
Mirror.
within like the first 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see, to be hopefully a nice and quick cross-key seed.
So it's just a shield there on Lumberjack. Don't need that.
Yeah, we haven't found Ganon yet, right? In the drop-downs?
No,
No.
Okay.
we haven't seen Sank yet. We haven't seen, obviously, Pyramid. I think Sank is like the only one left we haven't had visibility on so far. Is there, what was the other cave that's missing at this point? Have we seen Bat?
We have not seen Magic Bat.
Okay, so it might be just between those two then. All right, Andy getting that mirror, great.
Yeah, and actually, like, I mean, mirror is also, like, very valuable, right? But I mean, like, without, if Andy doesn't actually get the pearl quite yet, like, he at least can use a mirror to, like, proxy, you know, like, the bunny, the super bunny state, right? Like, inside, like, caves and stuff. So he's not going to be too big of a disadvantage, but, you know, every single time you make an attempt, still does take time.
Right.
That's fine. Paradox.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, though, this is going to be
huge.
pretty good.
I'm just curious as to why he's
huge.
not going north of Sank in Lost Woods and doing those other checks there.
It's a good question, honestly. Like, they're kind of there, but I don't know. Everyone routes cross keys like so different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how you watch like a traditional match, and you're like, okay, I can pretty much estimate what people are gonna do. Cross keys, it like just throws that out the window, right?
Yeah. Oh man, more money? Okay.
Nobly blind checking the compass there. Unfortunate, but you know, it's better to have that mirror there than not. I think we saw that shovel there on Andy's side.
Yeah, that looks like the only real thing that was valuable. Nothing really else to kind of write home about. I guess we did get blue mail. Blue mail after mirror is always really nice because you don't have to worry more about death warping. But
we get the right side mountain now.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty nice.
Oh.
And TR fronts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to burn him since it doesn't have Samaria anyways.
Yeah.
A lot of digs just for a heart piece. Nobly side.
Yeah, at least like this early looks like Nobly at least was willing to pick it up.
Ooh, this is another good warp or connector for Andy because now it's going to put him in Eastern Pod area with that mirror. So yeah, he doesn't have that.
He had the moon pearl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the pearl, but honestly, good second place, I would say.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. We also did find Hyrule Castle, so this is actually pretty nice. Where we did, you know, Andy has Hyrule Castle. Well, both of them have Hyrule Castle small key, so and Andy's definitely gonna be very happy if we'll clear this place.
I think didn't we see another Hyrule Castle entrance earlier?
I don't think we've seen the other ones yet.
Maybe not.
Oh. All right, Nobly getting their first sword there in the Mire Shed location. Again, still has that option to go back for Master Sword, but rightfully so, just kind of playing the girth of locations that are available. For
Yeah,
now.
I'd head back up to the mountain as soon as possible, though.
Same.
Once you finish this, get that sword, get the old man rescue.
Because now you got that extra warp, right? And it's not only just like the warp condition. Like, I need to find out, okay, where is this going to strategically place me? Or against my will, put it like close to my house. But like the other option is like you got that nice little two-way, right? Because now I can just go through the dark room. It's one of the easiest dark rooms in the game for another potential warp, right? So.
Nothing so far in the front of this cave.
Okay. Always an interesting location, right, with the top, because then you can just use the hook shot to get across.
Yeah. That's something that I didn't know until way later in my cross keys.
Oh, really?
that was actually even in logic, too.
Yeah. It's a tricky one, right? But it's really neat that they have that in there.
Just $20, so nothing in the front, really.
Yeah, looks like I assume Andy's gonna do Dark Cross.
Does he know how to do the dark room?
Yeah, we're coming from the light world, right? So hopefully he's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! Speaking of pod, We have one key on Nobly, so I think he only got the one from the back of the tavern, so he does have a boat, so at least we can get a little bit of access. But no hammer. Well, at least he has a mirror, so can we get to the back with only one key?
No, not without the hammer, at least.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you know, with Nobly's luck, we'll just find another pod key, like on the Bowlock side or something, and then we'll just, you know, keep going or something.
Oh, did you see what I just saw?
Nice job, Andy! Oh my gosh, what a great decision. We always finish up everything because he just found the boots.
Which also gives us access to that glove, which is really big.
Oh. Interesting, but
heck yeah! Andy knows where that glove is too,
Goodbye.
because he definitely explored all of Kakariko for that.
But he still needs to go just north and get the moon pearl.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
He's got the boots though. It's fine now. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Yeah,
It's
so good.
definitely a thing that Andy needed to, like, not necessarily make up time, but to alleviate some of the advantages that Nobly's had early.
Mhm.
So in Andy's position, he can just go back to that Hyrule Castle Warp and get back in the Dark World too if you want to continue on through Eastern Pod here, which I would like to see him do here, especially with those boots.
I think he's just being thorough with his Sphere 1 locations, except for the
sure.
ones in Lost Woods and to the right of Lost Woods.
Nobly finding a small key to Mire there in Pod on the right side.
Never hurts to have one of those.
Yeah.
It's good for keys routing for sure. And he added there. There's Pops there.
Good old Link's house check at the 20-minute mark. That not even saving quitting.
I was trying to remember where that other pod key that Andy had
Oh
was.
god.
Yeah,
That's
poor Nobly.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's not often you get to see like runners, mirror out to like, the light world and actually enter Link's house as opposed to like save and quit start there.
Yeah. So the boots were found in Dark Cross of Hyrule Castle.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course this is CrossKeys, so there's no like advanced logic that is hard locked by the lamp. Like you can't just get the fire rod or anything like that. Like so, not that the lamp has to show up by the way at any point, like early, but this is why it's really pays off to know your dark rooms.
Yeah, Nobly hit the switch there on accident, forgetting that he didn't need to hit it, and then had a little bit of trouble getting back there. Got bullied. Where's Andy off to next? Okay.
Hopefully,
actually
another good one, yeah.
Probably get him the pearl here soon, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, right. So like he's pretty close now to Kakariko. Hopefully he'll go further south.
Ooh, there's the ice rod.
Well, he's going for this. Does he fall? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna laugh at him.
Yeah, how is he gonna get back? Is he gonna? Oh, he's still hovering.
Yeah, he's still gonna hover. He's all warmed up. When you take a stab at Hookshot Cave like for 7 times, like usually kind of gets your
Looks like nothing in the rupee basement other than looks like Nobly's doing some rupee farming here.
Yeah,
I think we saw like a hard container piece, something like that. We got a refill, and then we got some more money. So nothing really exciting.
Ooh, another desert location. Okay.
Man, early mirror and CrossKeys is just
it's just so nice.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny for Andy because that's another location that could have got him to the Pearl was that Desert Palace connector, right? Because the other one's that drop down on the left side.
Yeah, I think that's the one that Nobly took in order to get to the Dark World, and then that's how he got to Skullwoods.
Got a refill there with the heart piece for Nobly. The bottom of Dark Maze. I don't really know Dark Maze from the top down, embarrassingly enough. I think I can manage it, but I know it's so much better from hammer jumping and going from the bottom.
Well, how often do you actually open the door? into Dark Maze, like
Yeah, that's true.
through the door. All right, finally Andy getting his hype cave, so he's got the bow now.
Where's the pearl?
It's gonna
the brothers
be
connector?
there's a Death Mountain connector coming up
Okay.
that Andy's going back to, so he might just elect to go through the brother connector. There's not too much else for him really available. He might even go into Dark World and say, you know what, yeah, no, he's just gonna check this connector out. He's gonna see it's Death Mountain. He's gonna stay.
So he's actually gonna be the first to this Master Sword.
Yep.
We see
Precisely.
blindsight on Nobly's side here. We haven't seen this, have we?
No, we haven't seen this yet.
The fire
Oh,
rod.
jeez. Wow. All right. Andy summoning both rods already. All we need now is a good old Cane of Samaria, and
not much.
And Andy's not going to hover at the front of TR, right? Like, when we get there? Okay.
Never. Yeah, here comes incoming Pearl, yeah. This is where Andy does his classic, okay. You know. This is nice. Then he's gonna see the sword. Eyes are gonna light up. Yep, there it is.
Yes.
God. Alright, doing the old man rescue here. Nobly, meanwhile, gonna be checking out the swamp area. And
yeah, just gonna continue this whole like loop.
It sucks for him though, because again, like it's just a hair away from boots while doing all this, so it's kind of the trade-off of him having this early luxury over Andy, but like Andy's just gotten a little bit of time back on having those boots where he got them.
The old man gives us a heart container, and then his starting spot is in VOO, so that's pretty nice.
Oh, is it? Okay. Missed that. It's another connector. Okay.
Nobly finding paradox now.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's right. And we got a shovel, which I don't think Andy has checked yet, but he hasn't really been over there either. So he hasn't done any of like South Dark World. So this is actually gonna be pretty nice actually for Andy, because he hasn't done it yet. He's gonna be able to combine everything together.
Andy's gonna be able to get the small key here.
Oh yeah, that's also very true.
Oh, you dashed there? Oh god, I'm so embarrassed.
Always nice to be able to see these dash lines.
Oh god, it's like been 4 years, Solski. You think you would know the game by now? Okay, that's a good small key. Turtle Rock, Pod were like what I would like to find at that point, already having Swamp, but yeah, that's a ace key there.
Did you see what was on the island there that Nobly looked at?
No, I didn't. Nobly, give us a second look, please. Nah, he's not gonna listen to us. Okay. You'll be surprised how often that works. It's crazy.
You just call it out.
Yeah, you're just like, give us another look, and then they do it. Just like, all right, sweet. It's like they didn't quite catch it all, right? So, all right. Well, it's not good enough for him to do right now because he's already instilling away. And
no temptation to dip Meyer there.
Yeah, it's a little early, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm probably wanting to dip.
I would too. So Nobly's trying to use a neat trick here. Just a checks human. He's like the only one I knew that knew this or like showed us all this.
Wow. Well,
like,
I mean, yeah, Nobly got it, so.
Yeah. It's basically where you want to put yourself in a proper pixel position there, and you can basically extend your like kind of dunking animation and get onto that staircase.
So is there a shade to saying the red rupee on floating island? So it makes sense why.
Gotcha.
Nobly skipped out on that.
Back to skull for Nobly here. Interesting pod, very
fire rod.
Yeah. It doesn't have a lamp either, unless they find one here. Waiting.
Yeah.
book.
Okay.
Oh, interesting book. All right. That Master Sword that Andy has then might be kind of interesting because Nobly's not on
Oh,
fighter,
right.
right? Yeah. So we might not actually be able to get tablets. I guess Nobly's gonna get at some point his Master Sword.
Yeah, that's going to be good for when Nobly goes up to the
Mhm.
mountain because they'll have Master Sword and book at the same time, so you can check either tablet. It's going to be kind of an awkward location for Andy at this point. Oh, that was close. See the other side of Super Bunny Cave, which we saw earlier. I think that was in Kakariko. But nobody wanted to do that. There's a second Castle Tower key. That's useless since we saw Lumberjack was
Mhm.
I think it was just like a compass or something.
Yeah. Unknown compass. All right. Yeah. Flippers are to be pretty nice.
And those are fully in logic since we had access to them from Kakariko.
Andy also taking the worst connector. Can't even actually speed anything about this up. It's even like the worst side. You have to climb all the way up.
Yeah. The ferry connector. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, it's very Ascension, I guess, but like nobody wants to ascend this game. The only way we want to go is drop down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good connector
okay.
though.
Yeah.
Really good connector. Looks like the small key to Ganon's Tower. All right. Could be critical. Ganon's Tower here? Question mark. Maybe. Nope.
Not quite. Close.
Not quite it. Yeah. No.
Close. Yeah, very close to
almost. Yeah.
Just needs a couple more like floors and rooms, basically.
Yeah. Is Ganon vanilla? Where's Ganon?
We're gonna find out shortly, and he has mirror primed, so we'll see Snake too.
Oh yeah, this routing from Andy makes a ton of sense, just because he's got the boost, so Andy's got the mirror, so he's gonna basically check out all of North and North Dark World and North Light World.
I'm surprised no one's grabbed the glove, but I guess you just kind of want to be thorough. Getting back here is not the quickest.
Yeah, and I guess like at least up here, there's not too many glove lock locations that you have to worry about.
Yeah,
like I assume in this case, if Andy probably didn't want to isolate anything, but like in this case, he's not going to.
I don't think Andy's seen the glove yet, actually. Now that I think of it.
Oh really?
Because that was like.
Oh, was it only on Nobly's side? Okay.
Yeah, it was Village of Outcast. So it was the Thieves Town location. Andy hasn't been there yet.
Oh right, because he didn't have
Mm.
the when he was there.
Right,
And he couldn't,
yeah.
so he couldn't check the statue. Yeah.
So that was Magic Bat at Sync. So
Yep.
that's
Ganon
Ganon's
is
vanilla.
So yeah, it looks like it.
That's
Alright,
gross.
Long fairy cave.
Does he take this to VOO or does he sequence break and go catfish?
That's
It's a
kind
good
of tempting,
question.
isn't it?
I
Oh,
think he
man.
goes to Village of Outcast, but
What a Swamp Palace location
Yeah,
at Graveyard
that's
Ledge.
gross,
that
too.
is.
It's
it's
not
like
ideal.
yeah. The hope in CrossKeys, right, is you find Swamp Palace in like not a terrible spot, but it's like like maybe you don't need the mirror or something, but it's like nope. The game's gonna force you to have it anyway.
A bit of hesitation from Nobly going into Hyrule Castle, but this is where he needs to be to get those boots. So
Mhm.
Yeah, this is good for him for sure. Andy running into another connector here at the Oddity Shop. It's the old lady connector. Or the Sash Wife.
Ooh,
Another good connector.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
This is big. Okay. Small Key Lonely Island. Mystery Mark. Kind of useless.
Might have like some logical implications, right? Like at least
Yeah,
for the
they do.
Firelock side,
Mhm.
But so in terms of though like actual real value,
Right.
not very high.
So in Andy's position here, he's already seen the bottom as well. I believe. So he can just kind of check out this Light World one, check out the Lift Rock here for Hookshot Cave, and then even drop down. And we see Ice Palace,
Ooh,
really
gosh.
weird and awkward spot too.
Since it's a crystal, I'm always tempted to just check that first chest when you have the fire rod.
Right. Like Andy just mirror. No, he's just gonna go for the drop. Did he do the lift? Oh, he doesn't have a glove. That's why. Oh,
Going to go back in that
Andy,
one.
go back.
in.
Mhm, yeah. Probably just some muscle memories, like, oh, all of these
I'm
entrances are
hoping-
pretty useless.
I was hoping the brain wasn't in the fog from that tournament match, but
Yeah.
you never know, right? So.
You know, if Andy skipped it, would have been a good time save.
All right, Nobly. Nope.
No,
Nobly.
Nobly.
No,
Maybe
don't do it. Yeah.
Oh no!
There it
Oh
is.
no!
Oh,
no!
Mirror's not gonna save you now, but it is gonna get you pedestal
close.
information.
As soon as he
Wait, what
mirrors
is
in
he?
the right
Is he
location.
trying to like clip back in? Like, what is? Okay.
I think he just mirrored lower than he really.
Yeah. He just wants to get to that. Yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
At least no mirror bonking, I will say. Like that is, it's always you never really know where you're supposed to stand in order to come over here.
All right, Ped is dead.
Man,
Yeah.
that is so unfortunate. You know, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy has a fire rod too, so I mean, like, if Nobly got that early, he at least would have been able to go back in. But yep, that is not the case
Just, like,
today.
Blocking out that glove is so big,
Mhm.
right? How many times have you cast or watched or played a CrossKey seed and it's like glove locks like everything I need at that point at the end game, and it's just oof. But yeah, Andy's basically direct here. He's gonna be able to get that glove now.
Man, as the early game was so weighted in Nobly's favor, things have just really flipped.
Yeah. I mean, those early boots, right? Like, I mean, Andy's gonna be able to get a lot more access. He was very efficient, but also, like, you put boots on Andy, like, you really need to equalize that.
Meanwhile, Andy gonna be able to pick up these flippers here, getting back to that Super Bunny connector.
Yeah, I'll spin him out in the pod area, I believe, as well. So be able to do those checks. No hook shot, so can't do Hera.
It's a good spot for her though. It's not bad
Yeah.
at all. So far, swamp is definitely the nastiest location. Ice is pretty bad too.
Yeah.
We haven't also found the dam yet, and we also don't
Right.
know if Swamp's a palette or a crystal or pendant. Yeah, actually, outside of, I
It's
think.
gonna be a crystal. Come on.
All right, you know what? That's
It's gonna
probably
be.
fair.
Has to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually,
the first check and sank was Swamp Small. I'm telling you. Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually probably true. Yeah, I think outside of like the bomb vendor though, we don't really have much information in terms of like what our prizes are.
Yeah, we don't know any of the pendants yet.
All right, I think it was just 10 arrows on Zora Ledge, so not going to be of interest for Nobly.
I can't believe Andy would just pay the cover charge for that casino and doesn't even play.
I know, right? I mean, we've got so much cash, like,
Yeah.
between, like, Nobly and Andy. I'm sure we can just afford to give up a little bit.
Oh, Solski.
Wow,
this is my
Solski!
thing!
Oh my god! Solski!
This is my meme! Awesome!
Thanks, Solski! Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.
Thanks, Solski!
Oh, boy.
Happy to help out, guys. You know, when one door closes for Nobly, another one just opens for him, I guess, right? So.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh. Couldn't have timed it. Who rolled this? Did you roll the seed fear?
I did.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. It looks like though, Andy found, that's right, Nobly was here earlier, but no fire rod, no lamp, can get back here. Technically non-lodge because of keys, we don't have all three skull with smalls yet, but who cares? Andy's gonna claim his first dungeon prize.
Oh, so Nobly using that Hyrule Castle key, that's going to come in handy. He's going to get his boots now. This is really good.
Nice.
This is a really, really smart follow-up, honestly.
Yep.
Like, you had the really late back 3 check anyways, but like, yeah, I'm doing this now.
Nice fight there from Andy. What do we get?
Yeah. Oh, we got Ether. Okay.
Which was TR's medallion, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Andy doesn't have the hammer. No thanks, Solski, because I don't know why like your delivery service isn't working on his side yet, but yeah, so Andy's gotta be a little bit more creative.
It's fine. He'll get there eventually at like the 140 mark. No big deal.
So is Nobly excited about those boots, or is he like cursing himself because he could have had them like 10 minutes ago?
I think he's just happy to have speed now in
Yeah.
CrossKeys, and also like, hey, it's gonna lead directly to my gloves. So
Yeah, that's actually probably where he's probably going here right now.
right. Yeah, he's like basically going direct there. Okay, well, Andy is trending towards Zora already, so I might have lied a little bit to you, chat. Sorry. My bad.
He probably sensed that it was a solski ski because you're here, and then he's like, you know what? I think I should go to Zora.
There's some shenanigans up. You can smell it.
So Nobly gonna get his sword right away. We'll check this tablet, which Andy wasn't able to do since he just got the book now.
Right, yeah.
See if it pays off for Nobly.
It's also the first time on the pyramid, I want to say, for both people?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's $5.
Big key to Meyer there. Okay, so Andy's
Interesting.
patience potentially gonna pay off. With that
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nobly also saying
Just
no
nope.
Meyer.
Yeah. I like the Meyer dip. I don't know.
I don't
maybe it's
mind
just
it
me.
either. I feel for Nobly it makes more sense because he doesn't have Fire Rod. I think Andy had Fire Rod when he was looking at
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Yeah, Andy got it pretty early.
It's $50 in the chicken hut.
But yeah, we certainly have a lot of stuff from Meyer. I guess like they really like to be able to see the cane show up. I assume you just full clear the dungeon if it shows up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Master Sword here also at the top of the castle. We can actually get through this entrance as well. So always nice to be able to not have to isolate this place.
Ooh.
Oh,
there we go.
speaking of though,
Okay.
we got
Knowledge.
some GT action.
Bad knowledge though, because young Andy does not have his hammer yet.
He does not have his hammer. That's
And
correct.
would be able to break a substantial portion of this dungeon with that hammer, but unfortunately will not be able to. Can't even go right side, right? Because that no right cane. So it's a big
Thanks for
file.
that follow, Dr. Griff, and glad you like the tracker.
I kind of like that GT's there with like Ganon being vanilla, though. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, it's almost like inverted.
Yeah.
Easter.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at this!
No,
Look at this! Oh my God, Andy!
Oh, he's-
you
nope.
saw-
This is greedy.
Oh
Nobody's
my
finding
gosh.
this Fire Rod, by the way, but this is greedy now.
Andy,
I mean,
go
you know
back.
it's a crystal. You have the bow.
Go, like
Eastern Palace
exactly
Big Key, I'm sure,
why?
is just right inside for you. Don't worry.
Oh, he's going. He's going.
Hey,
Don't do it, Andy. Don't do it.
Oh, all right. Let's see what's in Eastern Palace here today.
I like how in the community there's a GIF emote of like going into Eastern, and then there's a GIF emote of not going into Eastern.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so polarizing to this.
Yeah.
Apparently it is.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, honestly.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be nothing here.
Don't worry, the Eastern Palace Big
everything
Key will
is
just show up here, and then Andy's just gonna have to beetle to full clear this place.
Nobly getting that other small key there in Desert. Really good one being that TR small.
We have a lot of stuff already. And we're not even an hour in. Not even 45 minutes in. Still missing a lot of big keys, but we've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, in this case, right, and like a hook shot would be nice, right? A flute would be nice.
Yes.
Hammer on Andy's side would also be pretty nice.
Nice
Just
early
bonk Andy.
Yeah, a little early down into the month.
A little premature.
God.
But why do Eastern and not Meyer, right? Like, is it because Meyer wasn't in a great location?
Yeah, I kind of, again, it's a little mystifying not to go on Fire Rod. Or sorry, without the big key, right, Kane? Like you have 6 chests out of it, right?
Mhm.
Within Eastern's consideration, you're getting 5 or 4 items in path without that big key. You'd have to go back in. It's quicker to kind of go back into Eastern, I would say, from a dungeon's perspective, not so much where it's located, but yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I feel like it just boils down to personal preference.
Totally.
He does have a couple more big cave entrances left to find, as does Nobly, like Blind's Hut, I believe we haven't seen yet.
We saw Blind's Hut.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah,
we've seen Moldorm Cave too?
I don't know if we've seen Mini Moldorm Cave.
I don't think we have. Andy hasn't found Hookshot Cave yet, which he'll just hover his target.
I always say I thought he did see it because he came out of the other entrance. Like Nobly
right,
found one and then he found out the
back.
other. Yeah,
you're right. Just never went
Shit's
back.
not convenient to go to currently.
Oh, is this is this the catfish thing Solski play on Andy's side?
Oh, it is.
It
no! Bamboozled. Actually, this is kind of smart, but I don't know if he's done Potion Shop yet, so not so smart, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, this is also pretty efficient. He's got the glove, right? So
yeah, and
you know, dark shopping mall. Yeah.
You can go back. Just depends on how he wants to play it. Could run into connectors that spit him away though, but we'll see. Mire area, I think, and desert area are the 2 main connectors we haven't really seen anything of, so we gotta keep an eye out for that.
You know what's funny is ice is fully completable between our 2 runners.
That's gross.
Yeah. Guess Nobly doesn't quite want to go in just yet. Oh, that is unfortunate for Andy. No hammer, not yet. We need the hammer on on express delivery.
Oh, it's time, guys. The crab.
Andy's got like Master Sword. He's gonna be just fine, man. Speaking of Mini Moldorm, yeah.
You know what? At this point, I've seen so many crab deaths. I just see whatever happens at this point. All right. Oh, that is big.
Oh my gosh! What a cave! Yeah. All right. So are we going back to Turtle Rock at some point? We're gonna go. Oh man, are we gonna go back against tower on Andy's side? He does have the cane.
Well, Mire's
wants to Mire. Yeah. Mire is the.
Oh yeah, Mire's also open. Oh jeez, we have this. Yeah. All right. So Light World, Ice Rock Cave area is definitely really useful.
Oh, nobody's skipping out on that. It's the ice rod. He's not getting the ice rod. Didn't check Spec Rock there. I guess he's putting it off to go through like a connector as he finishes off the Death Mountain checks.
Alright, so Andy is going back to this warp here. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Looks like he wants to go. He's gonna find Hera.
Yeah.
I guess are we just not? Yeah. Are we? I don't know. Are we gonna check Catfish at all? I mean, because it looks like he's definitely gonna like go to Zora, but I don't know in this case if he's going to also be able to combine it with Dark Worlds.
Okay, so this makes more sense what Nobly's doing here.
Okay, so Nobly's gonna pick up his ice rod now, and he's gonna take that warp back. So inevitably the potion shop ? And then Zora as well. Oh. Nobly doing a little bit of be like Mike there, right? Like, but yeah. Just because you can buy the shoes, guys, doesn't mean it's gonna work, right?
Very, very fair. Was that a mirror block?
I think it was.
It sure
was.
Man,
yeah. That definitely did not look like it.
These things happen. Yeah, Andy will be getting his meme hammer very shortly. We're gonna see the bonus Quakefish play here.
I think Nobly's going to get his gloves shortly.
Mhm.
I think that's probably what he's
Mhm.
prioritizing.
Yep.
Ooh, a
Ooh,
big key.
big key too.
Oh, that's very much
Oh,
required.
very, very interesting. Yeah.
I feel like Andy is the only one that knows that so far too. I don't know if Nobly's check sank yet, so Andy
I
will
think
have
he
that
might have
knowledge.
checked it when he was over doing the bonk checks.
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure though.
Oh, the Hammer House in Village of Outcasts Agate Tower. Okay. Sneaky spot for it.
Mm-hmm.
So really good positioning, honestly, though, in the Uncle Warp, from what I'm seeing. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Kind of makes you wonder where that lamp is.
I'm curious to see where the lower portion leads, like the again through that dark cave, right?
That's another big key we need.
Yeah, big key to pod, 5/6 crystal. We already know, of course, where it is. I guess with the bow and the hammer, we do need another small key, I assume, but like we can't actually also defeat Bulbasaur.
You're welcome, Andy.
Just $20 there in the second chest.
All right. Looks like Castle Tower keys are not interesting today.
Where's he going? Why is he running out of here?
Good question. I want to say, I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely running out of the Dark World even too.
Oh, he has the hammer. He might be going back to Mimics.
Oh, yeah, that's also a very good point.
'Cause that's a pretty bad spot for it. So
It's such a long walk back for it though too.
Mhm.
Oh, Nobly's gonna check out the dig spot that we got the
Going
shovel from
swim.
Paradox Cave.
Oh, this is GT then. Yeah, he would have swam. Oh no, never mind. Stop it, Andy. I'm thinking to myself, you just swim if he's going back through the warp. Okay, maybe he's just going to JT with the hammer. No, he's just gonna swim. No, it's fine.
And he also does have the flute, right? So he at some point can also go activate that.
Yeah.
I guess it won't help him in this particular routing because it's all in Dark World. I guess.
Flute's
I haven't
still
really
really
thought of
nice
it.
to have.
Mhm.
Yeah, here's the Mimic Cave.
Did he forget about it though? Because I don't activate it like right away. A lot of times I just forget I even have it.
Yeah.
All the way back for a map.
To Meyer, okay.
Let me see, compass on the tablet. So neither of the tablets pan out. Go check desert. Still not activating that flute. Spike cave.
Although 51-minute Light World Hype Cave, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the things that can burn you in CrossKeys.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, just maybe playing a little bit defensive there.
I don't know if we've seen this, have we?
No, we haven't. So Nobly's going to give us her first look here of Agina. And we're going to see C-shape. C-shape to nothing. Andy doing the right thing there. Spiral Cave, no.
He has a lot of other stuff, I guess, to check out first. Maybe
Spiral
he'll do
Cave,
it
no,
at the
but
end.
dash all the way to Mimic Cave from Zora.
I know,
Yeah.
but you know what? Hear me out.
Good
Spiral
point.
Cave sucks, all right? Like,
I understand. It's just those two plays don't necessarily go together.
yeah. God, so there's one seed I played. It was like a shenanigan seed with like, you know, Ari and Thelaine, Andy and all them, Dunka. And like it was a CrossKeys style seed. I can't remember what we were playing, but boots were in Spiral Cave and I skipped it for like the last
Oh
kind
my
of-
gosh. So
and they were like
risky.
super required to. But like that's the risk you play when you skip that, right? Because it could always be that. Andy find a pod here.
He'll be able to do the back checks. If
Uh-huh.
Nobly went back and did. Never mind. So
Yeah, right, because Nobly mirrored over to his house, found the second pod key, and then went back into pod.
Yeah, it's great.
we have not
bad
found
news-
any other pod keys. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, the bad news is Andy doesn't have that big key that Nobly has from the Agate Tower, but fine. Just kind of evens it up a little bit, so he's gonna have to just double dip the dungeon as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything notable in Pod?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, yeah, I don't remember there was anything exciting.
So the big question is Meyer, because for Andy, that's fully completable. None of them have. No, we saw Chain Chomps, so we've seen some of Turtle Rock.
Look at Andy putting his boots to use, trying to not sequence break out. Trying to save some time here, trying to get the Bullock side.
Nicely
Nice,
done.
yeah, nicely done. That was super smooth. Oh yeah, with the hammer that Nobly didn't have when he was over here. It's gonna be gonna save also a little bit of time here to be able to get to the back.
We saw Hobo from Andy earlier.
Yeah. I think Andy did all of the flippers checks when he first got them after Super Bunny. So it looks like just Nobly's just gonna clean some stuff up.
So nobody's going to get to GT with that hammer, though.
Yeah. And I assume in this case, like, you at least sequence break out Stalfos room, like just bomb jump over. I guess I don't know how comfortable Nobly is with hovering, but I mean, like, it's just like one bomb and then one like box over, right?
Mm-hmm. Does the rod glitch Andy just did have a name? I'm not sure which glitch. You're talking about dashing with the glitch, dashing with the rod like that?
You're talking about like the Canis Mario one, or?
Oh, the cane one. Yeah, I don't. Does it have a name? Where you
Door extension? Something extension, maybe?
Yeah, where you put the Samario block down and allows you to get through those blocks. It doesn't have an official name like, well, I guess nothing has an official name, but like a commonly used name like Icebreaker or Diver Down. It's more of that thing they do in Pod.
Yeah, it definitely saves a good amount of time just because you don't have to necessarily hit any of the switches like over and over. So
Yeah. So it looks like we're going to get both of our runners in GT at about the same time.
Yeah, looks like it. I guess I'm curious to see if Nobly. So this is Nobly's first time here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So and he's gonna find Eastern Palace. I'm gonna assume he does not go in yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just straight out. Who needs bombs on Andy's side? We're just gonna float right on over to Stalfos room. Oh,
big key
key
to the
too.
desert.
All right, that's actually a pretty nice key. I don't think we found the back yet, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we definitely found the front. I mean, so that does open up one more check for Andy, at least, you know, for the big chest. But of course, we don't know what desert is yet. Crystal or Pendant.
And since he has Samaria, he can actually do the right side as well.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Andy's gonna be able to, I think, take out the entire basement, big chest included.
He'll probably just climb at this point, right? Just pull through it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, right? And Andy, of course, we've seen he doesn't need anything like in order to cross that Moldrum 2 gap. So, Nobly gonna have to give us also his attempt at getting over to Stalfos room. Oh, that was pretty close.
Yeah. So he's got it here.
Oh, nice.
Take a look at Rando room.
I guess I'm curious to see if Nobly will also climb. Like, if he's comfortable enough, I guess, like, getting across that gap.
He doesn't have the GT Big.
Oh, right, yeah. That's a very excellent point. That's right, we got it from Catfish. Mm-hmm. Which Andy, like, painstakingly got after the entire time.
Speaking of Turtle Rock.
Oh, we have also Turtle Rock big keys. Oh
Big
man,
key.
GT Basement is loaded.
Yeah.
So are we killing Trinex?
I don't see why not.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Laser Bridge.
Yeah, Andy, found it in one of his first entrances, and so he's got a Master Sword. He's got the hammer. He's got both rods. We've got enough keys. I mean, I think still not technically again key logic. It's not technically there, but I mean, at this point,
that's not gonna stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I'm back, and it's double GT action.
Yes, double GT action, and with all of the big keys. We got a Desert Big, a Turtle Rock Big. That's about it. But those are two very large big keys.
That's true. And right, of course, a major difference that Fear pointed out earlier is that Andy has that big key to GT from Catfish. Nobly, has doesn't quite have that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So certainly would not be surprised in this case to see if Andy just climbs at this point.
Yeah, he can do the right side as well too, since he has
right. He has Samaria because Nobly hasn't been over to the Dark Shopping Mall or Light World Shopping Mall either.
Yeah, Andy still hasn't activated that flute, right?
Yeah, that's actually very true.
Told you forget about it. I mean, they have quick access to pretty much the entire map with all the different connectors and things. It makes sense.
Andy, I think, just try to muscle memory his way over to right side. He's like, oh yeah, that's right. Tile room is actually in logic.
So to quickly call out, Andy actually won't be able to climb now that he's decided to go right side as well.
Yeah, he can.
Any extra keys?
He'll get a key on the right side.
Oh, will he?
Yeah. There's one in the pot.
Oh. Point for Fear over there with the knowing how the game actually works.
Ooh, the mushroom.
Maybe we'll also see a GT small in GT. Certainly would not surprise me.
You can fire rod that Gibdo with the pot. Oh my god.
It's you just started playing this game yesterday, right?
Oh right, that's right.
This is so embarrassing. All right. Nice boomerang strats there from Andy, actually. Kind of heads up.
All right, so let's see what Nobly's missing out on the right side. Did skip Eastern, so good there. Ooh, there's
my gosh! Oh wow, that Ice Rod Cave Light World area is pretty dang important.
Gosh, the Desert Small, another pod, so they can finish pod off, and the hook shot.
That's a lot of damage.
Geez, that is a lot. Yeah, I mean, okay. So the good news for Nobly is it looks like he is on the way to Catfish, which he's going to get his GT big key. Hopefully, he is going to, do some more routing. That's going to lead him over to Dark World / Light World Shopping Mall. He also doesn't have the mushroom either, so he can't actually turn it in. Man, it's just gonna be another trip over here.
He might finish off. Oh no, he doesn't have Samaria. Never mind. Don't mind me.
Yeah, that's Samaria, from Mini Moldorm Cave in, I think it was somewhere in the Ice Rock Cave area. That is right now really gating Nobly for everything.
Yeah.
I was totally expecting Nobly to Giga Chat hover to Trinex, but
Nice GBC on Andy's side. 124 runner knows what he's doing.
All right, so this is good for Nobly. He'll get his GT big. Hopefully this doesn't take him immediately back to GT.
Yeah, he's already done Zora and all these other surrounding checks.
And he is getting bullied a bit here on the climb. The Master Sword.
He does have a red potion, right? So
it's a red and a blue, I think.
Okay.
Maybe even a green.
I don't know if you caught that, but Nobly just threw that sign back into the water in disgust.
It is frustrating when you get all the way to the big chest and you don't have the big key and then almost immediately find the big key right after.
Yeah, well, I mean, right, so assuming Nobly does hop in this portal here and goes over to, like, Dark World Shopping Mall, it
Yeah, it's
looks like
gonna
he
work
is
out.
going to,
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna be able to go back and get the big chest. Or maybe not. Never mind. Never mind, we're not gonna go there
Later.
quite yet.
I think he just doesn't check this yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah, I think he's still right.
Okay.
So now they'll arm him with the knowledge that like cannon is going to be required, or GT climb is going to be required.
This
And
check is
nice.
pretty funny at an hour mark when it's, you know, pretty common meta for this
Yeah.
to be like the checks that most people do. So I think he might now have information about Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, like, he also did all of North Dark World, so I'm gonna assume that he does know that Magic Bat is at Sink.
Oh, nope, he's gonna get that information.
Okay,
right.
well, never mind. Alright, Andy has made his way through the gauntlet. Let's see what's up here.
Half magic.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a really nice refill.
Find out if we need to kill Turtle Rock with that map.
Yeah, the plot armor is now strong once again, as is expected. God, that hook shot finds so nice though. Like I get
Yeah,
the keys
that
are
hook shot
great
was definitely
too,
really
but
big.
The hook shot is so good. You know, with Swamp may or may not be required. Hook shot cave now in logic. I kind of feel like he pivots there next. Honestly, if he already hasn't.
We still haven't done the dam yet, so certainly still gonna be on the lookout for that. Okay, this is good for Nobly. He is going to check out Light World and Dark World Shopping Mall. So I'm going to assume that after he picks up the cane, he is going to go back to GT. May or may not be earlier than his food activation. And he doesn't have to do necessarily the whole, like, walking back and forth in order to check out Mimic Cave, because he has the hammer.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys' thoughts on this MSU pack?
The tunic one that Andy has, or
Yeah.
it's one of the best packs in the game. I think it's it's got some jams to it. The Bomberman one's kind of grown on me as well, but I kind of like it. I'm a big fan of Tunic too. Though, so.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys played Tunic yet, or
I haven't, but I haven't played it yet.
Not yet.
Without spoiling it, it has like it feels kind of like a Zelda 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, it's back in the good old days. You don't have a lot of resources available to kind of see like how does this work, and I feel like the game kind of forces that. You can always look up things, but like it's such a good game. I don't really want to talk too much about it, just to not spoil it. Oh, information. Okay. Yeah, I saw TR. Mario pendant.
Yeah, TR was a
Tiara's
crystal. Yeah, Maya was a pendant. Yeah, it looks like Fear's already actually like grabbed all this information for us.
Right on the case. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we still not seen the back of the old man orc, by the way.
We have not.
Yeah, that's actually a good
kind
point.
of intrigued by that, especially at this point. Like, I think we still need to find some dungeons. Andy's actually gonna run into his pod big key here, which is nice. But I feel like we haven't seen thieves yet.
We have not seen Thieves Town, correct?
Yeah, so I'd be a little worried about potential access being through a warp there. So that would be like one of the first things I want to do.
Andy, chances are he's going to finally activate that flute since he is in the Village of Outcast area and it's just one mirror away. Hopefully he remembers.
Who activates their flute first?
Yeah.
We'll see if Nobly does. Just got it.
Mhm.
And right came there.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's
Yes,
saving Quinn. He's out.
And he still hasn't checked the bombable hut. Oh, this gives him hookshot cave. He did come out of this. Never mind. This makes more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting a flute activation.
I think Nobly's gonna beat Andy, even though Andy had the flute like I don't know 20 minutes earlier. All right, what does Hookshot Cave have?
Nothing.
Yeah, it looks like just
Nothing.
trash.
Nothing. Maybe.
It sounds small.
Oh,
maybe.
oh, interesting.
And just like that, Nobly has the flute activated.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too good.
Alright, where is Nobly going at this point? He just picked up the cane, as well as the flute, of course. So GT right now is open. Oh, that's right. There's a hookshot cave here.
We've seen Nobly hover. Let's see how much.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Because hookshot is some Mario lock, because hookshot is in right side GT, man. I mean, okay, so the most important item, may or may not be useful, is that Thief's Now small key, which, in this case, if Nobly can get to this one chest via hover, then that's all he needs. If he isolates the rest of it, doesn't matter.
Oh,
That was very close.
so close.
Alright, looks like though Andy is finally able to make his way over to South Dark World, so he's gonna be able to do all of these like mirror checks with Dark World, Dig Game, Cape 45, Dig Spot finally.
Gonna see a Trinix skill. I'd want to check out Crystal Roller first.
Oh yeah, because Trinex like kills the Trinex will put you in the front of Turtle Rock, right, after you're done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to combo it with the right side. I think we did see the big chest of Turtle Rock somewhere.
I want to say we saw it on Andy's side. I'm trying to remember if we saw it on Nobly's side. So actually, so what do we need at this point? I mean, we've got suddenly like a lot of stuff. So we need Eastern Palace Big Key, some more knowledge about pendants and crystals.
Yeah. That's the problem. Is there's still 2 more pendants out there. We just don't know which pendants they are.
We also haven't found Saha yet either, right? So we don't have green pendant knowledge either.
Yeah, Andy hasn't done the big chest of Turtle Rock yet, but I believe he found it.
Right. Yeah, we saw it. And then Andy couldn't open it because the Turtle Rock Big Key was in GT.
Yeah.
So we didn't have anything at the time.
Telmarin, thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. All right, we do know that this is a crystal, and we are rewarded with bombos. You know what we haven't seen in a long time is Ice Palace.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was actually a really good reminder. Yeah, because Nobly found it at the top of Death Mountain.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of stuff now we can actually go and clear Ice Palace out with.
Yeah.
Have we seen Meyer yet either? Like other than the entrance?
Meyer's at Hera.
Yeah, but like has either of the owners?
No one has gone in. But like they both know it's a pendant. I don't know. Like, would that stop you from going in and trying to clear it?
I mean, this is why you go in first.
Very excellent point.
Yeah, I think at this phase I still go in looking for items, but
yeah,
there's other dungeons out there that I can potentially do. Like again, Desert Back, Hera. Still haven't found Thieves though.
Andy could go from here and just clear Hera as well. With that hook shot now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't think we've seen these checks from Noble yet, right? Oh, he missed. Because he doesn't have the hook shot. Oh no.
Very, very kind reminder on the Firelock side.
This is the second time I've had to watch this.
Oh, we did find Sick Kid. Yeah, so I think these checks are new. We haven't seen this yet. But just 10 arrows, so nothing really useful.
Alright, so what do we have here in Turtle Rock? And where's Andy off to next? The lamp.
Nice. Very, very cute game. Fire locked lamp. Oh yeah, that's right. And he still needs to check Bobo's tablet. He hasn't done basically any of the stuff down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume he's also just gonna finish up like the pre-desert area as well with the glove, and then all the Desert Palace stuff.
Yeah, we haven't found any connectors to the Mire area, right?
We have not so far, correct.
Nobly now going to do the crystal roller check.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nobly was here earlier. He also did not do Spike Cave. Looks like Andy is not quite willing to do it just yet.
Yeah, going to do these other checks first at least.
Yeah, he does have a Cane of Burna for what it's worth, because he got that from Upper GT on the Moldrum chest, or Moldrum 2 chest. So he actually does have an invisibility item. Nobly, I don't think has anything.
So interesting there for Andy. He ran into one of those NPC caves. If he talked to him, he could have actually healed here. But
Oh, really?
yeah, have magic and blue cane. He can just kind of get through pretty good. I think he just wanted to check the lift rock because he's SNQing from here at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of the tell.
Alright, looks like nothing useful. Okay, so maybe Andy else is gonna maybe leave the Desert Palace area alone for now. He also has a flute, so getting back over there is like really easy.
Yeah.
So.
Not like dashing from Zora to...
Oh man.
Alright, he's going to finish off Total Rock as well.
Oh yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, so chances are he's also gonna get bullied first by the mini Helma, and then, you know, pick up his lamp after he's finished with Trinex.
I was wondering where that boomerang was that Andy's
Yeah,
had
that's
the
right. It was
entire
definitely
map.
early. Yeah.
This is the Thieves Town map here. So the only check we'll have in Turtle Rock left after this is the Turtle Rock big chest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that Nobly makes his way over to GT on the sooner side, hopefully. That's kind of like the one thing that I think Nobly this point kind of needs to go do. Flute to 5. Where is this?
It's one of the connectors. I don't know where. I don't remember where all the Hyrule Castle connectors are going.
Yeah, because right now, right, I think kind of like the biggest thing that Nobly now needs to go find, or at least that we think is kind of like the next piece of our progression, is the hook shot on right side GT.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it hasn't really opened up too much for Andy. It's just really, I guess, like, nice to have. But of course, we know it's technically still required for, you know, the climb. But, like, you definitely want to have that before you find the dam at this point.
Yeah. Crystal number 2 for Andy. He does have GT done as well, so that's nice.
Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder where all the... I mean, like, these guys don't need it, but, you know, third sword would certainly be kind of nice to see.
It's funny how late both of them checked the sick check.
Yeah.
The mini Moldrum cave. It's just so out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, normally it's like, you probably see this entrance, like, sooner rather than later, but in CrossKeys, it's just so awkward to get to, like, we don't have a flute, right? Like, a quick cross, I think we saw it pretty frequently, just because you got starting boots, sword, and flute. So it's like a very quick check to 7, like, and then you can basically just run over, but yeah, when you go check it when you don't have, like, easy mobility.
So this looks like the GT play from Nobly here.
Yeah.
Or maybe Skull Woods.
Nice fire rod shot there, Andy. Appreciate that.
Oh, did he miss it?
Oh, he missed. Oh, he's got to hit this. Oh, he's missed it. The double. What is going on?
Oh, man.
I guess there was left input. Hopefully, does he have enough time for this?
I think he might. No, he definitely didn't.
Okay. We're just going to pretend that Andy didn't have hook shot, but he was over here, so it's going to just even out the playing field.
Oh, man.
And people are going to be like, no, don't be this mean, Solski. I'm just messing, right? So, our boys had a long day. It's fine. It was still funny.
Yeah, no.
Super funny.
All right, Nobly on to Moth Fight. He's got the hammer, something that Andy, of course, didn't have, but I think he'll be just fine.
Yeah,
Wow,
nice.
that's a very nice fight.
Yeah, nice quick fight. That's crystal number 2 for Nobly as well.
Yeah, that's right. Also, yeah, kind reminder, of course, that we got Ether Medallion off of Mothula. That is another entrance at some point if we can get over to Dark Death Mountain for Turtle Rock.
You see Thieves Town is another pendant.
Okay. So that's all the pendants now, right? Or is that still?
We still don't know.
Oh, we still need one more. Yeah.
One, yeah, it was just a regular pendant, right? Like not the green one. Okay.
So if our runners have that information of like 2 pendants versus this point, like it's at that point I'm just maybe just on a dungeon hunt, right? Like and even all that I know of, just clear them one by one until I can't anymore, and then maybe entrances. But
yeah. And Fear also pointed out earlier that we also do have Ice Palace somewhere. I mean, like available for us, but I mean, like we haven't seen either Andy or Nobly go in.
So I don't know if we have that in the notes, but big key on Desert Ledge as well.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Actually, did so. Nobly's definitely over there. I assume he checked it out when he went into
Yeah,
I think he might have.
I think we saw it earlier. Yeah, this is good. Nobly's gonna get his hook shot, and we'll be able to fly as well.
Get that mushroom too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we haven't. Have we actually found the inside of the potion shop?
No. It's kind of a weird sequence too when you find mushroom at the spot, right? Because then you got to think like, okay, do I just sequence break bat first and then catch a mushroom, or do I just
yeah, it's actually a really good point. Yeah, because we got the Cane of Samaria. I'm gonna assume that Nobly does climb. He's gonna get half magic at the top of GT. But I don't think he's gonna deter him if he was determined.
There it is. Thank you. Andy is gonna go to the back of Uncle. Or old man. See, I always mess those up.
Okay, they look pretty similar, honestly.
God. Every stream, every cast, old man, uncle. I actually, so like in the match cast, like just prior to this, I actually called obscure Nobly once. Just because I knew I was going to be casting Nobly later. And I had it on the mind. I was like, no, not again, not like this.
Backable Man leads to Laser Bridge. So not gonna be useful. I think we already saw the Light World version as well, so
yeah, it's not really useful at this point for sure.
Someone go up the mountain. We got Mire and Ice. I want to see both of them.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. Have we seen Dam yet? I don't think so.
We have not found the Dam, not yet.
So that's concerning. Yeah, I would at this point, for what they know and where they've been, like both of them, it's like dungeons into like say Mitts and then like Mire area, right? Because good chance I'm gonna need that that dam for swamp. So I still kind of want locations, but at the same spot, like dungeons. As Andy's kind of leveraging right now a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of dungeons, that's right. Yes, Nobly just ended up picking up his small key to desert on right side GT, but Andy, was over there much earlier, so finally we're gonna be able to finish up the front of the desert.
So we either need, let's see, we definitely need the Eastern Big, right?
Yeah, 5/6 crystal, so can't get around that.
They can do ice, so that's
they can,
done.
Yeah, they can sequence break Hera with the hook shot. No big key so far.
So it's either just Eastern Big or Eastern Big and the Dam, right? Because they can finish Hera if they want. We can finish Desert when we find the back of it. I guess we might need Mitts for some of these locations.
Yeah. It's kind of where my head's going.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of looking more and more likely that we're gonna need Mitts if we can't get over to like the Mire area, right? There's a lot of never mind.
Okay.
Oh, but it is Quake, so maybe we'll. Yeah. All right. So we also may need Quake for that extra entrance.
No, we don't need Quake.
Yep.
See you later. So that's a really, really good find for Andy now. And dark connector there. Okay.
I missed everything that was in Desert, by the way. So hopefully I'm guessing there was nothing there.
No, it wasn't anything too notable. I think there was a skull.
There
bit,
was
maybe.
it was a skull was big key, which
Okay.
was just bait. It's like you were so hopeful it was going to be actually a useful big key.
Yeah.
I mean, it still could be, but
It could
it's
be,
not
yeah.
something
But he
we
can
were
get the
immediately
big key on
for.
Desert Ledge now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
for.
yeah, that's true.
Which is probably Swamp big key.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man.
Okay, small key TR. Okay.
Yeah, I think at this point we don't care anything. We don't care more about Turtle Rock at this point.
Nope. No, we do not.
What's it going to be, Solski?
Eastern.
Eastern.
Oh,
So
the
close.
roast option.
Alright, well, I mean, that's also now in logic. I'm gonna assume that you just now go clear it.
Oh,
Well, you know what?
back
Here
in
is the
desert.
back of desert! Jeez.
Pretty close.
Alright, well. And we don't know if this is a crystal pendant, right? So far?
we do not. Nope.
Yeah, so this is gonna be good information. Especially if this is gonna be Green Pendant Desert. I mean, then we're gonna know everything else.
It wouldn't be a true CrossKeys if this wasn't the green pendant, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, dungeons I can complete? Okay, let's do them. Oh,
Yeah.
another pendant. Shucks. It happened again.
Yeah, we also haven't found Sawhus. We can't even necessarily even turn it in.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ah, it's fine. It'll be like next door. Did we see Andy go into Mire by the way? That's the only one I'm kind of blanking on. If you
No,
went
I
in
don't
there.
think so.
No,
I
not
don't
yet.
think so either.
Check.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of weird. It's just kind of floating there.
I assume he's gonna go back in after this.
I do too. Maybe he's just going in early for the big key, but... Alright, what are you getting, big boy? Oh, thank
Oh my gosh, it's a crystal. Amazing.
God. They do exist.
Nobly. So let's see. We're now 50-50 with Hera Swamp,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and we can do Hera. So go do Hera, right?
Yeah, yeah. And the hair is like super fast, right? So you really want to just try and hedge your bets.
Yeah, damn could be at GT, right? So
Yeah,
this thing's 100% I would do Hera
it's gonna be damn.
coming up.
Oh no, these.
Oh, man.
There it is.
What a
Okay.
location.
It's not too bad though, because you don't have the big key, so you're not.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
true. Unless the Vicky shows up here, right?
Mhm.
Are you assuming you're finishing if the Vicky shows up?
Probably.
No?
I don't
Okay.
think so. I don't know if I would. Just
It's a lot of Turtle Rock keys all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
I think I would just because bad location. I need to take a connector to get there, and again, I'm still looking for some big keys, mainly one.
You still have Ice Palace that you haven't done. You have
Yeah, though.
Hera
Again,
that
yeah,
It's kind of a 50-50 and a quick check. I wouldn't do the back.
yeah.
All the GT and Turtle Rock keys showing up.
Yeah, all showing up now. Yeah. Alright, Front of Thieves is pretty useless.
It's a nice little cape, but yeah, not really anything too good there.
I don't think
Yeah.
the bumper connector, right? We saw one of the sides. So
Oh yeah, actually that's a good point. I think Nobly saw it. I can't try to remember if Andy saw it.
This
But yeah, we
or-
didn't have any hookshot or cape to get through, so it's a good point.
this is Death Mountain Ascent, so
Yeah, I was gonna say this should be Death Mountain, right? This connector, unless I mismark things.
Nice no bonk, Andy. I do appreciate the NMG execution.
Definitely mismark things. It's an important connector there. That's a really good one now because he's gonna be able to mirror and check out like Hype Cave and that left side drops. So, and there's the dam. All right,
We found the dam. Oh, thank you, Tempered. I'll take that.
critical. Yeah, nice little prize there. Critical dark cave there.
Nice. Just made time for that anti-fairy skip too. So okay, so are we going to swamp now?
I'm
That's a
doing Hera
good
first.
question.
I'm doing Hera.
Yeah, Hera is so free where it's located. I agree with Fear. I feel like if you had a no-brainer, this would be it. I'm close to Mire as well, close to Ice. Like I feel like they're all pretty accessible with the with what they have. All right,
Where's
so
the
they did
mushroom?
catch in the mushroom. There's the shield. Potion shop found.
Oh yeah, looks like Nobly's gonna go back to Pod big key, and he's got a small key in tow, so Helmasaur is gonna be down for the count.
To finish this off, we'll leave those two items there, but that's fine. So at this point, we're Eastern big from, I guess, no mode, right? Because they can do swamp, they can do Hera, we can do ice, clear mire.
Yep.
Mhm.
And here's the Hera play from Andy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's just dungeon at this point.
Yeah.
I think you've done enough Overworld. Yeah, you can miss on the big key by not checking some locations, but this is where like your stats are gonna play in.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like impossible to ignore. What would you do after Hera though? Would it be swamp or ice?
Ice. I think I do ice.
Yeah. It's just so good now with Icebreaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like, both dungeons enjoy like their respective new tech. I guess not so much new anymore, but like their new faster time saves, and but ice is just so much better. I almost kind of liken it to a Hera, right? With its time spent now.
Yeah.
So.
What do you guys think? Is this the pendant or a crystal? Hera?
Jeez,
I think it's
Andy
a
almost
crystal.
got knocked out.
It's gonna.
I think it's a crystal. We're still gonna have to go find it.
Pendant. Come on, green pendant. Is that the
Big key too.
Oh, these two and the
the double.
Oh man.
boy.
Oh. All right. Okay. Well, we have our full knowledge. So I'm gonna assume that we're just gonna go to swamp at this point.
The
Or ice.
I think
Ice is also pretty accessible. Yeah.
I think ice. Both of them suck to get to. You got to go up on the mountain and mirror.
All right, relax, guys. He's definitely gonna go to Thieves Town now. So he's even SMQing. I went the wrong way. My connector's the other way.
I mean, ice. There's no choices really to make except for Ice Tea and Ice Palace, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm right. And you have left side swamp, right? As a
Yeah.
pretty big decision. That's really
why
really
I'm
point.
again all in on that ice call.
But he does. I don't know.
This looks like swamp, honestly, like from Andy, because he's going all the way to Graveyard Ledge. So
yeah, this is definitely swamp. So Nobly picks up the mitts off of Helmasaur there.
oh well, that's pretty important.
Solski, you do left side. You're one item from go mode.
That's a tough one.
What about you,
That's a
Claire?
tough one. I think
I don't
it's
know.
really hard to ignore it.
Yeah, and honestly, like, so I mean, I don't want to bring up bad memories, but like, didn't Andy get burned by left side earlier, like in his main tournament match, like game 2?
Yeah, he did. It was game 2. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Ice Rod was a left side swamp, so I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that Andy is gonna.
I feel like
just
you're
do it.
still a little behind on that one, but it would have been way closer.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
Yeah, that's just the game though, right? Like a game of inches sometimes you just make that one wrong call. In this position though, like Ice leaving it is a lot more critical because you have so many other good things to do. Like again, Mire Ice come to mind. Which is eventually gonna be their next path. And then you have the clown option of Thieves, yeah.
At some point, Nobly must have picked up an extra pod key. Like, that's why he was able to go back to Helmasaur. Like, I'm gonna assume that Andy needs to go find another one somewhere.
They both have 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess maybe Andy wanted to put off finishing up pod?
Yeah, I
Maybe.
understand that. It's not bad to get to. You're still missing a bunch of keys for it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. And maybe if he finds another key and he's still missing stuff, like on the way, then he can check like Vanilla Big Key Chest or like Harmless Hellway or something
exactly.
out there, right? Yeah.
It's just good defensive mindset, right? Because you just put yourself at risk if you go in too early. So
Did he check the flooded item?
no, he has not.
No, you're right, he hasn't.
It's just one flute check away, but
Yes. Oh, but it's also very
point,
easy to
and-
forget.
it's something we've been discussing for a while, right? Is when you just go back to dungeons. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's something he can do, but I feel like it's kind of off his radar for now.
Mm-hmm. It was a compass. Chat is confirmed.
I'm just lying. It's okay.
Andy is flying as fast as he possibly can through left side swamp. A good execution, honestly, on both sides.
Landmo went to the left. That
Yeah,
sucked.
really unfortunate RNG there for Nobly.
Does get him crystal number 3. I mean, he has the same amount of crystals as Andy does at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I think we're just hunting for Eastern Big Key. And this is one of those big keys that can really hide anywhere. Those silvers are pretty nice, especially on this loadout.
It's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, now Andy's gonna go to Meyer. It's settled. He's got those silvers in hand. He's good.
Okay. Now he's not
What is this message? Okay. I haven't seen that message in forever. Yeah.
He didn't have an empty bottle. Is that what
He
it was?
did not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All
But
right,
I mean,
so
like I was gonna say, like the miss pickup for Nobly was actually pretty nice, just because he was able to like fluke to spot 6 and then get there,
Yeah.
versus like the connector that Andy took.
So we're gonna find the ice big first, right?
Oh, that might make Andy happier for what it's worth. Alright, Swap Palace is just Money Palace. We've already paid off Zora. I understand Andy did Houlihan, but we are almost at 2,000 rupees.
The ice big's in logic, right? For dungeon completion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Assume so, or just never really asked, so. It was like when I learned about like the maps and compasses being in logic for like MC boss level. It's kind of a weird little quirk there.
Alright, Andy on his Argus fight didn't quite get the quick kill start that he hoped for. Is it recoverable? Just barely not.
A bit of a rough fight, but still does the job. It's fine. Small key hair.
that is not what you want to see. Oh, jeez.
So nobody's actually taken this connector before doing some of the other checks because he didn't do dam. That was where the sword was.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So he actually cannot finish Swamp Palace. I mean, he can't even get in if he doesn't do the dam.
So just silvers in swamp, right?
Yeah, silver's on left side, and then yeah, and I guess that hair is small key.
Yeah. You always hate to find that check when you've got the mushroom in hand.
Oh right, yeah.
Especially where it is.
Yeah, that's right. It's also easy to forget too, right? Like it's like, oh, that's right. I picked up the mushroom from Tile Room in GT, which I did do, but it's like, oh, that's right, yeah. And it's not like the potion shop's in a good spot either.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be the pod play, but nope. Or is this where pod is? Okay, there's.
No, it's not where pod is. No.
Pod is at our house, right? Or sorry, like the bomb shop.
Yeah, it's the bomb
World?
shop. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think it is the pod play.
Okay. I just wanted to check it. Yeah. I'm actually just wondering if there are any single item caves still out there, like that. Is Andy still interested in checking entrances for, like, potential items?
It's tough at this point, I feel. There's not very many locations left that I can think of that's still outstanding for the runners too. So
yeah,
we're getting into like tight mid territory, right?
Yeah. So what's Nobly's outs here? Because he's just following Andy's footsteps, right? Like
he does have the mitts, right? So I mean, if there is like a 1-item cave or 2 on, oh, we haven't found Saha yet either. If Saha's like locked mitts and Eastern Palace big keys out there, like that could certainly be something pretty good.
But chances are right now that Andy's going to find that stuff before Nobly. I'm just not sure what out he has quite yet.
I guess maybe it depends on like where, like the chances of Andy maybe checking Hera basement isn't going to be that high. I don't know if Nobly is going to be more incentivized to do it.
I think it's something like Smith Chain, but the problem is you want to go do those crystals before you do things like that. I would think, at least. And those mitts are also locked behind Six
podkeys. That's actually true.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, unfortunate. Nobly fell from a failed bumper skip, but he's gonna get right back up here. Forget the actual bumper. We have a cape.
Simultaneous boss fights here.
Do you think Nobly's gonna do left side swamp?
I would say no, but that'd be my guess.
Yeah, I don't know, right? How he feels, like if he feels behind or ahead, or like how good he feels in general. Like, you know, like I don't know if like, he's going to basically cut a corner at this point. And you know they have tempered, so silvers isn't going to be like too big of a deal in terms of time save. So. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, Nobly also picking up his thieves down big. I mean, I don't know if that's also on the table for Andy to do as a priority. But you know, if like I said, it depends on where that Eastern Picky is. If it's the back of these down, Nobly's, you know, and whoever goes there first, right, is going to be in a very, very good position.
I don't think Nobly checked the big chest of pod here.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. He definitely did not check it.
Oh man, because he was there so early.
Yeah. Oh.
That would have been his out right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that is go mode for Andy.
Yeah.
That is man, this could be a sub 2, maybe. Andy needs to finish Ice Palace, needs to finish Eastern Palace, which is the Castle Tower location.
Yeah, this is definitely a sub 2.
Yeah.
This is sub. It's
I don't know. 10 more minutes of this gameplay.
All he has to do, he just has to go up to Ice, and then Eastern and Ganon are right next to each other.
Oh right, yeah, that's right. Ganon is vanilla. Yeah.
He's taking the Oddity Shop connector too to get to Ice like super quick as well. So he's just like really optimizing his time here.
Being thorough in this case really did pay off. I mean, and maybe I don't know if Nobly intended to cut that corner like when he was in pod versus just, you know, something else, but that is definitely a very unfortunate location for Nobly.
God, that tile set on any side though, my lord, look at that.
It's certainly very.
Yeah, my eyes. The goggles do nothing, dude. It's so rough.
The shot cost us $1 million. We can only put it do it once.
He's doing it once. So bright, man. And then just like to sprinkle it in, like there's that pink ice. the Himalayan salt ice, dude.
Oh yeah. Alright. Well, at least Nobly at least is still making progress. He is going to, you know, full clear swamp, maybe just right side or left side.
Well, the problem is he's not going back to pod, right?
Yeah. That is a very, very true
statement. Not going back to pod. He did pod. He either forgot or chose to skip the back, which is fine. You know, both of those happen. And he's got 1 million checks to do that aren't pod big. So
yeah, you know, I was actually thinking like maybe if he gets like a couple pod keys, he's willing to go back there. But I mean, like we haven't seen any other pod keys, right? Like it's just they're just locked behind like Thieves Big, you know, or Meyer for that matter, right? And you're just, I mean, it's just going to be huge.
I mean, he's going to single dip Eastern without the big key before he goes back to pod big.
Yeah,
he's going to do Ice, and he's probably going to do Meyer. So. So Andy's will be nice because again he can do Eastern. It's on top of the castle, then just jump back into the mirror spot, and there's Ganon. So it's gonna be really fast. Colts are trying to get away. That's crystal number 6 for Andy.
Yeah, just a fast foray over to Eastern Palace, and as you pointed out earlier, Fear, like Ganon is vanilla, so we're just gonna go to the Dark World. However he wants to get there, and then just mirror over to Eastern, and then we're gonna just drop down.
Mm-hmm. What a spot for the Eastern Big.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh.
And what's crazy is Nobly was there so much earlier, and if he had just done that, you know, he would have hit go mode a bit sooner.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I guess like Pod Big Chest is. I mean, it's not like a short check, right? It's not on the way. He had a small key, you know, and he got mitts right after Helmasaur, and so there was just so much open. Like, he probably might have been thinking to go back after he beat Helmasaur after having nothing, but then yeah, mitts just opened up so much more.
And he did skip left side.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so no silvers, but you know, again, that's probably not going to be the difference here in this race.
Nice mirror there from Andy.
Yeah, that mirror bonk significantly costing him time. The sub 2 is in shambles.
Yeah.
You can hammer dash. Oh my.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually really cool. It's really cool to see that.
Solski, this is a really good game. You should probably play it 1 or 2 times.
I've casted
you can also yeah.
And like I'm just learning this stuff for the first time, right? Because they've all been like regular modes. Oh god, I'm learning all the hot tech just watching him play CrossKeys now.
You know, you can also hammer dash in the back of Saha as well.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Wait, what? You can hammer where?
In the back of Saha, so like in order to get to the you can because you go through all the pots, right? You go through all the pots, you bonk open the door, and then if you need to talk to Saha, you're like right there on the ricochet. So it's actually really cool.
You know, my mind, I feel so bad. I feel like the audience is just like, you know what? I thought Solski was better in this, and then the audience will just like turn around and say, "No, we didn't." So like, we knew. We
might have to record another podcast just to add an addendum to how much little you know about this actual game.
Oh, I'm sure there could be another podcast episode on recent events, but that's another story. I'll let Andy handle that one. Ice Armos. Regular Armos.
What a quick fight. Crystal number 7.
Yeah. Into basically the mirror warp right to Ganon.
Yeah. Very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So this might be the fastest time so far in the tournament.
Kaysden finished 143 versus wall kicks. Yeah, but this is definitely right up there. Like, this might be. I assume this is gonna like top 3 or something. Maybe top 2.
Just want to shout out everyone that's followed the channel. Really appreciate it.
By the way, thanks for doing all of this, Fear. Like, you set up everything. It's just super easy for us to come in. Like, you've also been doing all the tracking as well. Like, and your tracker like looks amazing too. So.
Oh, thanks. I'm having a good time doing these restreams.
Mm-hmm.
They do be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw Solski do it, and I was like, but for real, I saw Solski do it and realized how much fun it was. Look how it looks like a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just quickly on to phase 3 already. Like, that was super fast.
Yeah. I'm going over some of the other finish times. I don't feel so bad anymore about mine, but my C was actually the worst. God. It's like a 245 finish, but it was like the seed from hell.
Man, that Ganon definitely was not blue.
Nope.
Yes.
No, shit.
Almost.
Sick time though.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Andy. Gonna take this match over Nobly. Finishes with a time of 1:48.21. GG standing. Not sure if he's going to run the interview. We'll see if he does.
Yeah, GG's. This was yeah, a very, very impressive time. I mean, anything really sub 2 is like a a soft benchmark for how fast CrossKeys he is. I mean, but like this is even sub 150. Well, yeah, 148 is definitely really impressive.
I think I hit like a sub 150 like once too. It's like super hard to do. Gotta get the right seed for it, but Andy definitely played well. And for the most part, made all the right calls, right? So, but just like you guys touched on, just unfortunate about that pod big. Would have been a much closer race otherwise.
Yeah.
It's just again CrossKeys in a nutshell.
Yeah, totally.
If it is tight mitts, you're kind of seeing that and kind of misdirects you away. That's just again classic CrossKeys doing CrossKeys things, right? So
totally. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, it just kind of also as a consequence, right? Like nobody's gonna go home, and so Ice Spell's not gonna be slow, but again, like anytime you have to open up more stuff, right, it's just gonna be slower.
Oh God. Hello.
Looks like nobody's gonna still keep going.
We are joined by Andy.
Yo, GG's, Andy.
Hello. GG.
Hey, Andy, I would like to know what your reaction is after you picked up the hammer.
Thanks, Solski.
So yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what was the reaction for Boots? I feel like that would be the better one there. Dark Cross.
Oh, that was I felt that was a pretty big early. That and Mirror in like the first 20 minutes felt really, really nice.
Well, Nobly had Mirror first. Had Pearl and Bow and like all the trimmings first, kind of thing. Didn't have the boots though, like you got. So that was like a nice big win there.
That's pretty impressive. Diving Pearl's skull before the 14-minute mark.
No, they had.
They had Pearl that early.
Pearl. Yeah, because you can just go north, right? And then got Hype Cave, continue that through, and then like they had like what it was a 5-minute Pearl at that point.
God.
You were first in the Mirror, or was it the other way around?
No, he got to the Mirror first.
But he did because he had the Pearl, and then like immediately after got connected to the Dark World, so it was like Skull was right there. But yeah,
going up first there is just bad IMO, but.
How nice is it to be able to find GT and just full clear it and just have a treasure trove of
Dude, this seed was so weird. There was like no big keys for like the first hour. I was just like, I can't beat any dungeons. What's happening? And then I got like the Meyer big key, and I was like, well, that's gross. It's all the way up in Hera. But then yeah, GT having the goods basically.
I mean, how often in CrossKeys do you get a full clear GT like the first time you're there when you have to do it as well since Scan was at the top?
Yeah, that definitely felt really good. I really should have done right side first. That was like, maybe hook shot will be there, and then I don't have to like hover or bomb jump or whatever. And then I just laughed when I got hook shot there. Anyways, yeah, the only part about this that felt gross was like the pre-hammer, like overworld clear out into getting the hammer and having to double back basically.
My favorite play that you made was the Zora to Mimic Cave dash back.
Yeah, that like there's no way I was going back there if I didn't do it right there. So like
we thought you might be heading back to GT at that point, but
I was going to, and then I was like, I can just do Mimic Cave and then go to GT from the save and quit point. I guess I could have done, GT and then gone to Mimic Cave from the save and quit point, but
All the save and quit spots were pretty convenient because you got that flute and didn't activate it for the longest time.
Yeah, Nobly beat you to the flute activation, even though he got flute like significantly later.
Yeah, there just wasn't much need. Flute didn't really do that much until like going to the desert area at like the 115 mark or whatever it was. Oh god. Yeah, this was a fun seed. I'm a big fan. Boots it in 20 minutes sounds fantastic. Keep it coming.
So I guess the main difference, at least right now, Nobly's still searching for his eastern big key, which of course he found in pod big chest. So like I think Nobly just left after myths. Like, did you have any consideration for leaving?
Absolutely not.
Okay, sounds good.
The only thing I was missing was Sahasrahla in terms of like entrances. And that like all of the entrances I had left were super gross. At that point it was gonna be like do pod, do Ice Palace without the big key, and then do entrance cleanup and smiths and stuff like that. So yeah, there was like zero way I was doing any more overworlds after I found the dam.
I mean, when you get early boots, early pearl, early mirror, it's like pretty much a dream CrossKeys opening, right? Like you can't ask for much more than that. Even you had a sword, a couple of swords even.
It's just a different game at that point. It's you know, rarely gets said around here. Fun. To have all that good stuff. I don't know, it's just CrossKeys to me. It's just so much more enjoyable with like that early speed, right? So much better.
Sounds like you might need to take a little nap there or something, Andy.
Oh, dude, I've been feeling like ass for the last 2 days.
Aw.
Yeah, it's not COVID. That's cool. Although I should probably take another test today just to make sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's just like it's just super big head and chest congestion, and then yeah, I'm just fucking tired, dude.
Yeah.
And you still managed to play like 4 hours of rando? Like actually
Yeah.
pretty like intense tournament matches as well? Like
Was the last match on your mind at all? Were you able to decompress enough?
No, not really. I had some tea, so we went in nice and relaxed. Like, you know, I didn't feel bad about how I played in the earlier tournament race, so like, you know, no reason to think about it. But I'm glad I didn't go 0-2 today. I would have been a little more upset if I went 0-2 today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't even know where Nobly is right now. Let me open up the stream.
He just finished Ice Palace and just kind of doing some random checks here and there. Just
He's probably heading to Meyer next here.
yeah, that looks like Meyer.
Oh god. Oh, so
yeah,
Nobly
they
already
both left.
won and just left.
Yeah, he's not doing Meyer.
So you're saying myths were in pod, right?
Yeah,
It's
Myths
from
were on the
Alma.
boss.
So he's done Smith Chain and he's turning in the mushroom now.
I feel like this is somewhat common when you have someone finish with like that sub 150. It just tends to end up in this way where it's like the other runner's just a little stuck, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
just all time, but yeah,
small skips here and there. We haven't seen Hammer Basement. He could also go Thieves Town as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of options. Right now,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Spike
and like
chest, I think he can do.
buckle up, guys.
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is definitely a spike cave check, right? He didn't have any invincibility item, I think earlier. He did have a potion, but he probably didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
So he just left it.
Yeah, he did finish GT and got the.
Yeah, he got Cane of Burna, right, and then he also got the cape as well from
wherever it was.
Yeah, somewhere.
Bruno
maybe it was
upstairs
Easttown.
GT.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So
Yeah,
how'd you do last year, Andy, in this tournament?
I got like 11th in the play-in match for brackets. I needed 9th or something. I
Oh,
think.
jeez.
I also started last year with a loss in round 1 of Swiss, so I had to win 6 straight basically to have a chance. So I'm just glad I don't have to do that a second time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't you play Bonta in round 2?
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. Played Bonta in the 0-1 bracket.
Does that mean we're gonna get like a Days Cloud versus Wall Kicks round 2 match?
Oh, maybe that would be
God.
super exciting.
And then I think I raced Lynn in the last week to auto advance. Maybe I raced Lynn. I don't remember. I definitely raced Lynn at some point. But yeah, who knows, dude? People are so good at CrossKeys now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Yeah, you should hear if you watch this back. All of the things that Solski learned this race, which was a lot of things.
Was it like me making fun of Dante in the Invitational for going the wrong direction? Was
No,
it that kind of
it was
stuff?
like just tech. It was just like tech stuff, like error
And, like, when
dashing
you
to the
got-
door in Eastern. Like, God, what was
Yeah,
the
when
other
you-
one? Like the
You did map
Gibdo
chess for
Firefox.
Desert.
Yeah. Just small little nuances. I'm just like, no, wait, what? But yeah.
Were you ever tempted to dip Meyer when you first found it? When you had a fire source and a key?
No, not that early. I think when I initially found it, I only had the fire rod and no small keys. And then yeah, at that point I just wasn't super interested in diving dungeons. Especially having just found the pearl, you know, it had a lot of stuff to do that wasn't dungeons I couldn't beat. Yeah, same thing with Ice Palace.
Well, you wouldn't. Yeah, you didn't have the hammer.
Yeah,
I
at that point, I also only had fire rod for the Ice Palace dip. So, yeah, Eastern was the only one that I was like, at the point of the seed that I was in, it was a gross location, so it was hard to not do it.
So if you find Eastern early, you're skipping it as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. Or if it's not in like forced connector to
location.
walk to pyramid.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the dungeons were in really shitty locations, like Swamp Palace at Graveyard Ledge. I guess that wasn't as terrible since you had the old man starting point in VOO. But like Ice and Meyer are both in really shitty locations.
Yeah, desert or the dungeons were kind of gross.
Eastern and top of the castle tower is not the best.
Yeah, that ended up being fine because of Ganon.
Sure.
If it wasn't my Go mode dungeon, then yeah, it's probably worse. But
Yeah, Nobly just needs to go back to the pod big chest for the big.
Have we seen any pod smalls yet? I want to say no, which is really, really sad. I mean, I just don't know how he's gonna get back there without some other incentive.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that map he just found will be the clue that he needs to put it together. It might have been just he forgot he didn't do it as well. That's always a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like for Pod and Skullwoods, like both of those times, I was like, I'm just not really yelling because my voice is kind of shot right now, but I'm just like, don't forget the chest. Yeah, so I definitely could see you know, accidentally just leaving because you're like, oh, I got the mitts. Like depending upon how much you've done, I guess. Like mitts really didn't do that much for me.
Yeah.
So you know, there was way less like I was just like, oh, that's fun.
Didn't Catfish have something too?
Catfish had GT
Catfish
Vicky.
had,
Oh, that's right. And Dark Shopping Mall actually had some goods there too with a Samaria and something else.
I think that was Light World Ice Rod area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the flute.
Samaria and flute. We're in Mini Moldorm Cave.
You're gonna be able to take a little bit of a break and recover, Andy, before I guess your next set of matches. Like, because you're in bronze now, right? You're gonna take on GFE next week.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm probably not gonna stream anymore today, so I can just go sleep.
That's a good idea.
Big napping. Good call.
Yeah, this was just like the worst time to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
I just took like a week off to go visit my family. And then I took 3 more days off to visit more family, and then I got sick coming back. So it's been a lot of no streaming this month so far.
Mm-hmm.
But
Probably an extra day or 2 won't hurt.
yeah.
All right, we did get in a forfeit from Nobly. He is going to come in here and chat with us for a few minutes.
All right.
He did say when he found the myths, he felt pretty good. So, and we are now joined by Nobly. GG's, dude.
Oh, GG's.
GG's.
Yeah,
That was a horrible occasion for me.
Was it just a choice that you made, or did you kind of forget about it, or what happened there?
I was looking for Eastern Big go there when I found the myths. I was like, I'm just going for the big key that I know where it is. From there, it was like, I'm not going back to pod.
Yeah, so you got incentivized to go to desert to get the big key off the ledge there, huh?
Yeah, and after that, there was no returning to pod. So
yeah,
I was like, when you said big chest, I read GT. I was like, oh man, really? That would have been also never coming back to that chest. So.
Yeah, I mean your opening game was really good. You got the Moon Pearl and the bow and the mirror all super early.
Yeah, I felt like I never saved and quit, so I was like afraid of an emulator crash and stuff. So I was like, after 30 minutes, I was like, can I please get somewhere I can save now? So, but yeah, early game felt okay, but finding that GT big key after GT, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, you got the hammer first, but you got to the GT big key in Samaria, and the boots a bit later. So, and he was able to.
Yeah, I was wondering about those boots because when I was in Hyrule, I was like, I'm not doing Dark Cross from here. I can do it from the back after I save and quit, but it was an interesting location for that as well. Especially the flute as well, sitting down by Ice Road Cave area.
Yeah, you got that a bit later than Andy as well, and actually activated it before he did.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, routing wise, this seed was very, very open, so it was very interesting to which path to choose, because giving you early Moon Pearl, Mirror, like a good connector for Dark World, you could basically just run around. I mean, that is if you went Skullwoods really early though, but finding that fire road after I left the mountain very early as well, because I took the desert connector into Dark World. There was things that I could have routed a bit different and been more. And the worst part is that when I found the mirror, I laughed because I never do Skullwoods. And when I found it, I was like, oh wow, I'm happy I went here for once. So, but it was strange. When I found myths from Helmosor, I was like, that was not good find either for me. But
yeah, especially because they were locked behind 6, pod smalls, and at the time you guys only had 3. I mean, I have no idea where any of those pod smalls are.
There was a fourth in Ice Palace at least,
Oh, okay.
but I have no idea where the next two are. So, and then when I didn't find the Eastern Big from there, I was like, I'm playing super aggressive towards mids. So,
Yeah.
What extra?
Hmm?
No, I was just gonna ask, like, what? So, if would extra pod keys incentivize you to go back to pod at all, or that just was written
Yeah,
off at that point?
I was looking for pod small to go to the back because I was never going back for just the big chest. So finding no pod smalls didn't help either.
Yeah.
So, and I was also trying to stall going to Ice Palace in case of the big key. So it all went stalling at the end.
Yeah. Well, GG's, dude. Yeah.
I was surprised when I did Meyer now that I didn't find any pod smalls though.
Oh, right. Yeah, Meyer being completely empty.
Most likely there's a pod small in like Eastern.
Thieves Town, I think.
No, Thieves Town is locked behind 6 pods.
Oh, is it? No,
Yeah,
No,
Meyer.
it's not.
you can get there.
Desert Right spits you out of Meyer.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking for Quake as well to find. Where's Sawhawk's Closet then? Oh, probably Pyramid Fury.
Either Pyramid Fairy, Hammer Pegs, or GT. I think those are the only entrances I didn't check.
It's not Hammer Pegs. Yeah, I was like, that was my main goal to find. Did you find a connector to Lightwood bumper key?
Yes. I don't remember what it was, though.
It's pretty early.
Oh, I didn't find that.
I think it was Fairy Ascension, maybe?
Yep. Yeah, from Old Man Cave entrance.
Oh,
That makes sense.
yeah, I didn't check that, so missed out on that as well. I mean, it's interesting. CrossKeys is fun, but it's really hard to know where to go.
For sure. Yeah.
But it's better than Retrans.
No, Retrans is my favorite mode. I love Retrans.
I always go out of keys, and then when I find like pod, I'm like, I'm out of keys. I have to come back, and then I stall it forever.
Yeah.
And all the good stuff is there. So
Just to land early should be good.
yeah, I mean, the biggest play for me was that mirror, but I felt it kind of slowed me down as well because I checked so many entrances early, which I could have had the boots for, but
Yeah. I mean, you weren't too much later to the boots than Andy.
But yeah, GG. Nice time as well. Did you go mode any dungeons or did you like full clear most of the major?
Just Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out on Silvers as well on Left Side Swamp.
Ooh. Yeah, I was never going there without the big key, so. There's like things to skip and come back to when you find more stuff, I guess. Last seed kind of made me turn over that one because I didn't want to go to Ice Palace, like the Ice Tea, and just clear the dungeon because I was like, oh, if this is a crystal, then I'm in go. It wasn't a crystal, and my go mode was in big chest, which had Ice Tea big key. So might need to change that up for future.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for the restream.
Yeah.
I will be looking it back.
Yeah, GG's to you both.
Thanks for restreaming, gamers.
Yeah, man. Thanks to both of you for the race, and thanks to Clearmouse and Solski for joining me in the booth today.
Yeah, no problem.
We're gonna raid ZSR4. There's a GGW versus Swedish Arctic Fox going on over there, so we'll raid them. Clearmouse, Solski, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
This was great. Thanks so much for the invite.
So, yeah, thanks to everyone who subscribed to the channel, and let's go listen to 216pod.com and go watch some more CrossKeys.